What's going on, y'all? We back for some more Kagurabachi. Yeah. Oh man, I've been loving this series so far. It's my first time reading through it, obviously. And I'm about to react to chapters 26 through 30. Left off with the last batch of chapters that I read last week, where Chihiro did the ultimate. My goodness. He gave up his sword, the seventh great mythical freaking enchanted sword, the one that other people don't even really know about like that. He gave it up to the Sazanami, I think. The Sazanami for their auction. I forgot the name of it. It starts with an R. I'm not going to say it until I read it. But basically, he gave it up for auction. I never in a million years thought that he would do that. You know, I thought he would himself before he would give up that sword or any of the swords that his dad made. That being said, it's all a part of his master plan, apparently. So let's find out what's about to happen next, right? Yes. And I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for this all week, actually. Bada bing, bada boom. Kagurabachi, chapter 26, November 3rd. Enjoy. They mixed up our orders. Should you really be eating that much? I'm gonna slaughter that guy. I need to charge up on spaghetti. It's gotta be spaghetti, huh? Yeah, you need them carbs for that energy, baby. Hey, by the way, the new Rakuzaichi auction item, Enten, the seventh enchanted blade. Rakuzaichi was the word I was looking for. Why? Beats me. To make money? I don't know, but it's him. I doubt he's after money. Also, why are you so nonchalant about it? You should have told me right away. I'm sorry. What's he plotting? Recon. Interesting. Oh, the chapter 26 is called Confidence. I thought it was called November 3rd, but that was just the day that that dinner was going on. At this point, we only have a few hypotheses about the storehouse. One, Hakari might have the power to interfere with it. Also, insurance. If I die, the storehouse ceases to exist. This is old Sazanami. The Sazanami clan are devoted to protecting the Rakuzaichi with their lives. And you can see that young Sazanami, aka Hakori, is looking pretty, uh, I'm forgetting the word I'm looking for, but he's kind of out of it at the moment, which I'm sure you would be too after all that fiasco that just happened with his family. If he risks his life for the Rakuzaichi and gets killed, Chihiro says, the storehouse disappears and the Rakuzaichi is done for, exactly the opposite of their goal. And Shiba says, even if he has a backup plan in case of an accidental death or natural causes, he definitely has insurance set up. But without knowing how much, Kiora was telling the truth. We can't be sure. Yeah, what a bummer. Okay. So they're working out the situation right now before they actually go in there. It's possible that the storehouse exists somewhere in the real world, and they're just transporting the weapons from there. Totally possible. Right now, there's a million possibilities. To narrow them down, we need to do some recon and get a better grasp on the storehouse. Recon. If it works, it's a great tactic. Does the enchanted blade have a recon function? Talk about fully featured. Fully featured. It's not exactly a function, more like a side effect. The goldfish are a manifestation of my spirit power. I can move them freely like an arm or a leg. Okay. So he still has that connection with the sword. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. He still has a connection with the sword, even though the sword isn't physically with him. Based on the rule that they kind of set a few chapters ago with the very strong connection that the current user and the sword have with each other, I guess that makes sense, but I'm curious, like, what are the lengths of the distance that you can actually do that with? And so let's see here. I can also get a general sense of their surroundings. I'll often send them ahead into enemy territory to scope out the area. Yeah, and that's kind of like a signature move at this point. You'll be in the middle of a scene with two of the henchmen or the bad guys or whoever, etc. And then you just see the koi fish into the scene and you know it's about to go down. And I think that's one thing I really like about this series, actually, amongst many things that I like about this series. But let's continue on. I get it, but can you activate the goldfish remotely? I gave it a try after I heard the report from the Hagiwara troops that Sojo cast Mei remotely. Cloud Gouger retrieved. Yeah, so they thought they had that. They thought they had that. And he used Mei while it was still in his hand. Yeah, that's facts. Interesting. Isn't sorry. It's not that hard. I just have to charge it up with my spirit energy before I let it go. When the energy runs out, it doesn't work anymore. Okay. Interesting. So it's like he, yeah, pre-charges it. And okay, that explained my question from like a minute ago. But Sojo was within 100 meters or so. We have no idea where this storehouse is. Will it work? I'll try. And she was just looking at him like, really? I'm not sure. But in any case, we would have been at a dead end. This is a necessary risk. Still, it's a huge gamble. Kid's got a real poker face, given the shakes. I'm shocked. Gives me the chills. Yo, when he's saying he's got a real poker face, he for real got a real poker face. I don't think, have we seen him like actually smile so far in the present time? I don't even know, even if in a flashback. But anyway, you good with this, Chihiro? I can't say it was easy to let go of it, but young Sazanami was the deciding factor. He was unsure, but since I was captured, he had to risk it? And Sheba's looking back at him like, he must be feeling pretty bad about this. Plus, his life is worthless. That's crazy, yeah. I don't know the whole backstory, but his own father was ready to kill him. Young Sazanami must be. Hakori, want to get some ice cream? I'm good right now, thanks. I want some, Jar says. Yeah. And now it seems he's worthless even as a hostage. Sorry if I wasn't such a burden. You helped me make the move, even though I wasn't sure. That katana suits you. You gave me the confidence to let it go. Interesting. And you're seeing like the drip, but it's like a reverse drip that's coming off of the sheath of the sword. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Oh, and it's okay, it's the koi fish coming out of the sword. That's interesting. That's really cool. This is a fire panel. This looks awesome. I realized that no matter what, I realized that no matter what happens, it's still mine. My bad. And Hakari looks at him. You did it? Shiba said. You gave us general information, but with recon abilities, we can ask more specific questions. And you're the only one who can answer them, Hakari. We're counting on you. Got it. What a guy that Chihiro Shiba thinks. So we're going to find out how to infiltrate the storehouse. And okay, so is he going back into his spiritual mode? Oh, there's somebody in there. Is it old Sazanami? Kiora, so he can go inside as well. Interesting. Is he noticing? I wonder. I wanted to see if basically he could see whatever's going on within his domain here. Not domain as in domain expansion, but just like pretty much kind of is like that now that I think about it. But anyway, the koi fish is sneaking around. I thought I saw something. And he looks over, looks at Enten. Chihiro Rokuhira. I can't imagine you'd give up Enten without a plan, at the very least. It wasn't hopelessness that I saw in your eyes. I like the perception here, the perceptiveness, I should say. But a business deal without risk is boring. Honestly, I look forward to seeing your next move. If I can protect the enchanted blades until the auction, I win. Bring it on. And we get to see Chihiro and young Sazanami in the back. It's so calm. Most years, some dumbasses raised a ruckus and get themselves killed by security. Everyone's on edge. Given what's up for auction, enchanted blades, 2 of them. But they're the headliners, right? The enchanted blades won't make an appearance until after dark. No point getting all tense this early. I doubt it'll stay calm. This calm. It's going to be a rager tonight. All right, we getting into it. Let's go. I love how quickly this story be moving from point to point. November 8th, the 208th Rakuzaichi. Doors open at 11. Auction starts at 12. Let's go. And we got some nice little fancy cars here. I really like the way that this author does the, just when they get like a full page to just flex their artwork, it's always a good time for my eyes. I can't lie. It's just I just keep scrolling up and down. Anyway, to be continued right now, because we're going right into chapter 27, baby. Here we go. Chapter 27 of Kagurabachi. We got a bunch of people in the auction house. They're chitter-chattering amongst themselves. The clock is ticking. Almost time. How are the preparations? It's been 5 days since the Enten's submission. Nothing has happened. Well, whatever they were planning, we'll be ready. We get a nice little wide shot of the auction house. Security is more or less the same every year. The people who attend are the bigwigs of the underworld, as well as their henchmen and the sorcerers they employ as bodyguards. AKA, even the guests that are there are going to be strapped, and they're going to be ready for a rumble if need be. Which to me says that this needs to be like a stealth mission, and the last stealth mission did not work out. So he's going to have to get in and get out on some like Uncharted type stuff, which would be cool and very interesting. I just don't know. Can he do that? The security is more or less the same every year. The people who attend are the bigwigs of the underworld, as well as their henchmen and the sorcerers they employ as bodyguards. But only 3 members of each party can go below. Okay. Those left behind work together, regardless of their status, to patrol the area. It's a long-standing tradition and rule of the Sazanami clan. The Sazanami clan is responsible for the underground security. But one thing's different this year. But they also got Shiba, and Shiba could poof into the building. So clearly he's going to be a big part of this. But one thing's different this year. Check out this leaflet distributed to those of us above ground. Shiba got an inside man. I love it. According to management, there is a high possibility that Chihiro Rokuhira, owner of the Enten, may show up. Wow. He putting everybody on notice. And they got a picture of him, and they got a description of him, and 50 million yen. How much is that? That's probably a good chunk of change right there. In exchange for his corpse, too. They didn't even put dead or alive on there. There's a 50 million yen reward to whoever kills him. That's crazy. What's that paper? They were handing them out at the entry. Oh, for real? I lost mine. So I guess if someone kills this kid tonight, the Sword's eternal contract gets broken, and the Enten becomes wieldable. If that happens, the price will go way up, right? We'll see about that. Interesting. Whoo, man, they just keep upping the stakes. Every year on the day of the Rakuzaichi, this city sleeps in a den of inequity, teeming with yakuza and sorcerers. All sorts of evil transpires. Everyone looks the other way. They prioritize their own lives. Nobody comes near, so there's hardly ever anything for us to do. I don't know how the Enten wound up in the hands of the Sazanami, but that means this kid is unarmed, right? There's no way he'd show up. There's no way he'd show up. Even if he does come, what's gonna happen? Nothing. No one can do anything. I don't know. To me, it sounds like a stealth mission. Sounds like a stealth mission to me. Somehow he gonna get to that sword, man. That's like Thor and his hammer right there. That's like Zoro with the Wado Ichimonji. Not even his other 2 swords, with the Wado specifically. Anyway, 11-8. My name is Mr. Inazuma. Okay. Who's this? I bring down the thunder of justice on evil. What's up, you? Ha ha ha. Scared of the thunder? Don't worry. Your big sis will protect you. Okay. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Today I'll prove that I'm a hero who stands up against the den of evil. Okay. So this is just some kid. And he's walking up, hands shaking like this. Scribbled out scared and put I will, and I will's emphasized in the panel. He walks right past security. And the security's looking like, what the hell is this kid doing? One invader, be on alert, he says. Hey, what are you doing, kid? Hey guards, do your job, you slackers. Move, bad guy. And he gets yoked up immediately. Ugh, I hate kids like this more than anything. Snot-nosed brats who think they're big stuff. Why'd you come here? My sister, release her. Release? Is she on auction? Oh, your sister is up for auction today? Yes. Then come back with a pile of money. What a piece of shit. For 500,000, I'll show you who buys your big sis. Wow. That's crazy. Haha, that's so mean. Huh? You're still scared? What? He about to stab him? What? Don't you trust your big sister? He takes out his knife, his poker, and he stabs him in the wrist. Oh my god, yo. What? Whoa, nice one, kid. His partner in the back clowning. Let me go. Release my sister. Hey, guard. You know what's coming, right? After I'm done with this trash, you're next. Hey, do you hear me? Oh my god. He's just pulling up? He's just pulling up? Bro. That guy. The scar on his face. No, look carefully. He doesn't match the leaflet. He's got both arms. True. And okay, Cuba. Shuba's looking at his watch. What's going on? It's a bit early. He must have acted because of all the commotion below. He acted because they was about to murk a little boy. Maybe not murk him, but hurt him real bad. Hey, where are you going? Gotta turn off the lights to help Chihiro. Huh? Help who? Later. Thanks for the info. Oh, so he didn't even know what was going on. He didn't even know what was going on for him. Anyway, he looks down over the balcony or the banister. Ow, you little rat. Do you know what you just did? Of course I do. Then let me tell you a special secret. Oh, no, he's thinking, this is the sister telling him this. The lightning never strikes good kids. That's what the sky uses to punish bad guys. So don't worry. I'm gonna save my sister. The name's Mr. Inazuma. I rain down the thunder of justice. Okay, so this is gonna be another person that's gonna be following the way of Chihiro after he gets saved. Woo! Almost spoiled myself there. I kinda did, but it's okay. Bwahahaha. Say what? Enough! And he's about to stab the kid. Yeah, Chihiro had to jump on the scene real quick. Takes that hand away. Takes the other hand away, actually. And saves the kid. My goodness. Well done, Inazuma. It's Mr. Inazuma, as he's crying to himself. Mr. Inazuma. Well done. You see, and there's a reason why they're not showing us Chihiro's face right here. And that reason is because they never want to see us to see him smiling. And he's smiling at this young man right now, this young boy. That scar. Hey, you, son of a... I'll take it from here. Oh, and he got a serious face on. I was capping. It's Chihiro Rokuhiro. Huh? What was that? The chandelier. He's here. Don't let him get away. He doesn't have an enchanted blade, just a regular sword now. Yo, but honestly, that makes so much sense. He's the son of a blade blacksmith. Of course, he knows how to just use a sword that doesn't have all the special stuff. I'm wondering if he can also imbue it with his energy. But anyway, let's keep going. That 50 million yen just came waltzing in. I thought he was about to do this barehanded, though. That was about to be crazy. Anyway, we see old Sazanami. I'll handle the riffraff. You sure? Shiba says. And he's thinking, there's no time to be wishy-washy. Besides, I made up my mind to shoulder this responsibility a long time ago. Kurigumo. May. Oh! And he pops out the other enchanted blade. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let the 208th Rakuzaichi commence. Oh, why didn't I think of that? I have no idea why I didn't think of that, to be quite honest. Wow. When he takes the stage at 12, the operation begins. Wow. I'm so glad I get to go right into the next chapter. That's crazy. Okay, Kagurabachi chapter 28, Storehouse, Recon Log, November 4th. Okay, so this is 4 days earlier. You okay? It's more exhausting than I expected. Maybe because it's in a subspace, but it's hard to connect for long. We'll just have to take it slow. So you're sure it's in a subspace? Yeah. The way it's structured, it couldn't physically exist in this world. Chapter 28, Breach. It extends infinitely above and below. Whoa, okay. If it did exist in this world, I'd jump there and snag the thing. So now the question is, and he thinks, there's been an unbroken lineage of clan leadership. Hakuri. And Hakuri gets bonked in the head with the ball and then starts running over. Have you ever seen leadership of the Sazanami clan get passed down? Has your dad been the boss since you were born? My grandpa retired because he was sick. Yeah, that's right. So my dad took over as the new boss. I'm wondering how they pass on access to the storehouse. Maybe like a ceremony. There was some kind of ceremony. Do you remember what they did? It was a long time ago. I remember they did it at an underground cemetery. Interesting, okay. Cemetery, Sheba says. Me right now, literally. The Sazanami clan, the Sazanami clan cemetery. Say that 5 times fast. It's got sacred power. What kind of ceremony? Let me think. It was just the two of them, so I wasn't actually there. I see. So then, we find out how to do the ceremony and force the power to be transferred to Hakuri, right? That's crazy. Maybe that's gonna be the start of him starting to get a little bit OP at the very least. Yeah, or not. And Shiro's thinking to himself, if they have to do a ceremony to pass over control of the storehouse to a new boss, I guess we were wrong about the insurance. It doesn't just pass over to the next boss automatically if the current one does. If I die, the storehouse ceases to exist. He thinks back to old Sazanami saying this. So maybe he was telling the truth. 2 days later, on November 6th, a door, Sheba says? That's what it looks like. There's no wall or separate room, just a door. Interesting. That's cool. Maybe it's an auction item? Could be. But generally, the items are encased. Apart from the door, the only other things not in cases are weapons that seem to be used for fighting. Weird. Yeah, weird. Well then, there must be some way in and out from the outside world. And Chihiro thinks, I've seen people enter and exit the storehouse a few times. Okay. Oh, yeah, because of the girl that's in there. Is that homeboy's sister? The young boy? Seems like it. And she got white hair now, which is crazy. Or maybe not. I feel like we've seen this girl with a kid or something like that. Maybe not. But nobody uses the door. Seems like they can teleport in and out from wherever. So there's a contradiction between that door and the way the storehouse functions. Even weirder, a door nobody uses, an emergency door. For example, say he was lying about the storehouse disappearing if he dies, and what actually ceases to exist is access to the storehouse from this world. That way, if the boss dies, the storehouse continues to exist, but nobody can access it. Maybe the door is for emergency access. That would be so messed up for the people that are in there. They just gotta be in the void for the rest of their lives, I guess, at that point, or until they starve to death. Well, okay, just checking. Well, whatever it is, it's for. If there's a door like it in this world, the theory gets way more convincing. Hakuri, and he runs back over again. You ever see this door anywhere? Door? It's okay if you haven't. Given that even close family members don't know the workings of the storehouse, Sheba says, even if there is a door, it's probably highly classified information. That door. I don't know. And then he looks at it a little harder. Wait, that crest. Okay. It looks like the chandelier. I'm trying to see where we're going with this. What was that noise? Or no, that's just the chandelier that made all the lights go out, I think. Murmur, and the people in the crowd are talking. He's here, old Sazanami thinks to himself. Which means he's figured it out. The emergency access door, the storehouse, the storehouse's insurance, and the only way you could breach it. And ooh, this door looks so cool. I love the way that the author drew that one. I can't lie. So we got a little diagram here. Your target is the level below this one, and you kind of get to see each of the different levels to this place. The entrance outside, we got the above ground stuff, the venue that's directly underground, and another level that's even below that, which I'm assuming is where the intent is. You open the doors and you see that door. Interesting. Okay. And then we got this one that's locked, the lowest level of the Rakuzaichi. The Sazunami clan's underground cemetery. Okay, so this is also where they're holding out everything. Interesting. The Nagin Nojin. No, the Nagin no Join. Nagin no Join. There we go. Close enough. Chihiro Rokuhiro is here. Don't worry about guard duty. Go kill him. Go. Don't let that 50 million yen escape. He's on the move. I'm so glad Chihiro Rokuhiro was good enough to come. As a usable posthumous item, the Enten will be worth more than the Shinuchi. Interesting. Ooh, boy. I mean, that's facts, though, because I'm pretty sure the person that is connected with the Shinuchi is still around, so it wouldn't really do as much good to the person that wields it. You aren't the seller. The Enten changes hands when you traded it for Hakuri. I can target your life without guilt. Now, gentlemen, he says aloud. Continuing on, the car. Hakuri's in the car with Shiba, the little boy, Char, and Hanao. Hanao, watch this kid, please. He just popped into the car. Ooh. Hakuri, you ready? Yeah. Time for us to head in. First, Chiro bursts through the front door. It still works even though it's broken? Yeah. But I can tell it's close to finish. It's down to just the embers. After a few more moves, the cloud gouger will be done. Okay. I was about to say, he was about to be overpowered if he had this and the Enten and he was rocking both. But he broke it for one. But this gives him a little leeway for us to get to see him use it for a little bit, and then it just kind of be out of commission potentially, unless he turns into his father and can fix it or mend it or whatever. He did work with him a lot on all of these swords, and maybe not these swords, but plenty of swords. So maybe he will eventually fix it, which would be cool. But just getting to see him use this even a little bit, we better see him use the water and the ice as well, and not just the lightning. If someone's going to use it up, might as well be me, or might as well May. And you just see the lightning. Oh my god, this is fire. What? Lightning? Never mind that. Kill him. Oh yeah, okay, someone's getting killed, alright. He's gone. He's fast. But that's all. Calm down. Target the light source. And he threw it up in the air? What? And ooh, this battle's crazy. Oh my goodness. And he's just running through them. Did you see that? The chandelier's fixed. He threw his weapon as bait. Oh, so now we got some of the big dogs showing up. People that have actual designs. How skillful. And we got a bunch of weirdos hanging from the ceiling. They're elite. Well, I expected that from a few of them. And it's not just them, but there's mad people behind him as well. And shorty that got the flame bone from the Kaminabi. Yo. And she just pulling up at the very end. I have a strong hypothesis that they're going to work together to get the swords. Chapter 29, Kagurabachi, Selection. Whew, I'm getting nervous. Yeah, because we just getting right into the next chapter. I don't gotta say nothing else. Let's go. Whew, I'm getting nervous. Why is our job simple? We didn't expect them to put the Enten up for auction, but that doesn't change anything. We buy the Shinuchi. Okay, we got the Kaminabi Shinuchi bidding team. Okay, I wonder if they sent 2 more people to be the Enten bidding team, so even though this is a recent addition. It was at least a few days, you know what I'm saying? They had time to do that. Yes, but people are being sold here. How can we just ignore that? In this cesspool of a world, we can't fix everything. We have to choose what we can protect. But I guess you don't know about the Shinichi's power. Think of it this way. By buying the Shinichi at this auction, we can save millions of lives. Who's that woman? Chihiro's friend? Wait, that arm. Why stand out? Okay, and Chihiro thinks back. Why stand out? With my sorcery, we could teleport past the guards and down to the underground. At any rate, we'll have to face security somewhere, and that flame bone is going to be the biggest challenge. I want to get it over with. Wow. That's very interesting. One thing that I like about this author so far is that he really, every time you kind of have a thought to yourself, like, why don't they just do this? He kind of like comes up with a reason and puts some dialogue or a little flashback like this to explain the reasoning behind it. Hey, they're making a move, this ugly mofo in the front says. They're going to crush each other. And she just starts mowing through the crowd. My goodness. Oh my God. She don't care about none of y'all. And he got the May coming off the freaking cloud gouger. Oh my God. The lightning is just zooming through everybody. And she's just demolishing anybody that decides to get in her path. We need to talk. We got this hard ass panel. She just aura farming. And he's like, he puts it in his mouth. He about to be on Zoro timing. That's my line, you bastard. And then we get this a mirrored version of that panel for him. And he's just ... And meanwhile, her homeboy yoking up somebody in the back. That's the cloud gouger, right? So it really broke, but it still works? Like before, he created a space sealed off from the regular world. Yo, he's gone. Where'd he go? Well, you've certainly made this complicated. With the N10 in the hands of those scumbags, I can't let you die. We've got to protect you now. Get it over with. You want to fight? No. Which is a very, very valid reason for them to team up. I didn't think about that, but that's facts. We can use this situation to our advantage. We'll negotiate. Protect me, not arrest me? It's up to you. If you resist and drag this out, then we'll arrest you. Why did you hand over the Enten to the Sazanami? The Sazanami have a special storehouse. I needed to learn where it is and how to break in. And it worked. I love how he's talking this shit, yo. If you're trying to take the Shinichi away from them, you need my information. So you want to team up? No need. We're going to buy the Shinichi. Hey. Admitted it just like that. I see. In that case, I'm sure you know, they sell humans here too. There was a kid here earlier, the little brother of someone being sold today. He was shouting for them to give his big sister back. So your desire is to protect me and let the Rakuzaichi proceed? Then you can get the Shinichi and the Enten won't be usable? Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting, the Kaminabi are very interesting to me because they came off initially as like the sorcerer cops, basically, but it's very clear that, you know, much like the real government, even though I'm not sure if this is considered a government organization or not, they really have a lot of red tape, and I guess they have to decide what's the greater evil in every situation, but they're not really here to dole out justice no matter what to every single person or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. That's the part Hiyuki refuses to support. That's messed up. All lives are important. She put up a huge fuss until the last minute, which is crazy because even though I just said all that, exactly what I'm saying, the higher ups will make you have to do something that you don't want to do a lot of the times. That goes in the government and business. It really depends, et cetera, et cetera. So she got this poker face going, which there's a lot of good poker faces in this series. But deep down inside, that it's actually crushing her that she can't do that. But Hyuki knows she commands power on par with an enchanted blade, and the importance of taking on this as an assignment. There's no way she can let someone use that kind of weapon of mass destruction for personal gain, for the sake of this country. Yes, but I know you're not so cold-hearted. My life has to be on the line too, she says. Or she did say in their last fight. That you're really okay with that. You But I know you're not so cold-hearted that you're really okay with that. You you want to leave that little kid crying while you give money to those thugs to achieve your goal? And she's thinking to herself, no, because she knows she don't. Are you really going to abandon an innocent right in front of you for the sake of the greater good? Is that really okay? People being sold as objects? It's pointless trying to win me over. You're not getting the Shinichi. And he thinks to himself, he thinks to himself, dot, 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 but he's also sweating a little bit. No way we can let someone use that kind of weapon of mass destruction for personal gain. You jerk. Try going to war with the Sazanami. The Kaminabi won't come out unscathed. A child risked their life. From now on, for our country's sake, I know all of you. Enough, Tafuku. Forget it. All of it. All of it? I've had enough of picking our battles. The enchanted blades, the Rakuzaichi, this Chihiro jerk. She about to join the squad, yo. She about to join the squad. I'm destroying it all. Never mind. Nah, she joining the squad eventually though. She about to leave not the Rakuzaichi, the Kaminabi. And he's questioning himself. He's questioning everything that's going on right now. Chihiro is. Chihiro Rokuhira, do you have a plan to get the Shinoichi? Yes. I think the plan is probably to kill you after retrieving the Enten and the Shinichi. I like my god Tafuku or whatever his name is. What's his name? I'll get it by the next like 2 chapters or so. Are you good with that? Chihiro says. Well, if you let Hiyuki kill you after you get the enchanted blades back, then I won't get in trouble with the higher ups. Thanks. Huh. Okay, run. Wow. And he palm fist him that guy that he's choke slamming. Or just choking, I guess. And he goes flying back. And now they're about to just start wrecking the crowd. The crowd was just sitting on the sidelines, I guess, while they were yapping. And they start going to work. Oh my goodness. Boom, boom, boom. You won't touch him. Wow. So he's going. Okay, so Chihiro's about to go ahead and she's about to wipe everybody out. She's fire. And I love her. No pun intended, obviously. And I love her design. I love her character so far. There's a lot of really great characters in the series so far that I'm really enjoying. Shiba's one of them. Chihiro's one of them. Freaking Sojo was one of them. And I feel like a lot of the characters that we've kind of been seeing a little bit of here and there, like the higher ups to the Kaminabi, are going to have a little bit more to them that is going to get revealed over time. I'm still in the very early part of the series, obviously. But so far, I could probably name off, well, if I could name every character, I could name off a good amount of characters already. And we're only about an arc and a half into this series right now. So I'll go on ahead of you to the underground, Chihiro, and take care of them, Shiba said. Oh, these 4 guys, I forgot about them. The Tao. Chapter 30 of Kagurabachi, Intruders. The Tao, the Sazanami clan boss's special forces, stationed at the 4 corners of the stage on the day of the Rakuzaichi. There are always intruders, but they never disrupt the Rakuzaichi. And this is a flashback to last year? My goodness. It's a spectacle every year. Will it really be all right without the guards this year? Why aren't they here? And then we get a little map on the side. The lowest floor of the Rakuzaichi entryway to the Nagino Joen. Okay. It'll keep me slightly busier, but I'll take care of the stage. Your job is to. Why are we guarding down here this year? Oh, basically, normally they're at the 4 corners of the actual stage, but tonight they are on the bottom floor because they need to guard the extra entrance to his space, the storehouse. There we go. The graveyard is the only way for outsiders to access the storehouse. The emergency door? Yeah, I know. But in the whole Sazanami clan, we're the only ones other than Father who know about it. That's why it usually isn't heavily guarded. In other words, there's a risk that this year somebody knows. Chihiro Rokuhira, right? He's got Hakuri. Even if he doesn't know about the door, he's got information on us. What if he could use the Enten to sense within the storehouse? Ooh, he's smart. Maybe he could put the pieces together. In any case, Father must suspect that Chihiro knows about the door. In fact, he might even have let him find out on purpose. Then, why didn't he tell us that Chihiro Rokuhiro might show up? Didn't he tell everybody? They put a freaking bounty on his head. It's not that hard to figure out. Father's bent out of shape because he used Hakuri as a bargaining chip. The instructions being so clear must be to tell us not to overthink things. Okay, this guy is the I don't really want to think, I'm just here to do my job guy. Chihiro Rokuhira might bring other conspirators along anyway. So long as we protect this place from outsiders, we're good. Yeah, got it. Apparently, Chihiro Rokuhira showed up at the entrance. Oh? Then I guess Hakuri is here too. I doubt that. He wouldn't come. He's a useless coward. We have to wait out for the long-haired guy. He could show up anytime. That guy who could teleport? Is he about to just pop up there on the four of them? I don't know. This guy seems like he's on go time. According to Father, my big brother Soya, that's his name, is even smarter than him. His movements. So it seems like Soya versus Shiba is going to be the matchup, right? And then who is Chihiro fighting the Pops? But anyway, but there's other people here. Okay, let's see what's about to happen. I'm sorry, I'm yapping. According to Father, my big brother Soya is even smarter than him. His movements are simple. Give me give me back my little brother. My God, I can't speak. Yeah, and he really has a real love for Hakuri, you could tell, even though this family clearly has a really effed up dynamic altogether. But I feel like that's gonna have to come back into play before this arc is over, or something else is gonna happen with his character, because they're giving him way more spotlight than the other three. That's definitely a lie, Shiba was saying. I've never seen that side of him either. In other words, my big brother's weakness is me, is probably what he's going to say. Whoa! And he zips across the room as he sees young Sazanami peeking around the corner. Hikaru! Or Hakuri, my bad, not Hikaru. Why are you running away? And he zips up the stairs. Hakuri, he's here? If Soya's that worked up, he must be. Wait, then that long-haired guy? I can't get in. And he just pops up behind him. I love Shiba, yo. How do you open this? Thanks, Hakuri. Having to face those three? Okay, so yeah, I completely read that incorrectly. Hakuri showing up and creating the distraction for Soya, and then Shiba fighting the other ones makes plenty of sense. Having to face those three, plus an ISO user with the smarts of Kiora, sounds like a major pain. Nice teamwork. I'll head underground right away too, Chihiro says. If you run toward the surface, at some point, we can meet up. Leave Soya to me. Oh, so he's matching up with Soya. Okay. That makes sense too. Hey, where are you going? Nice teamwork. They gave me a job. I've got to do this. And he runs around the corner, and look who it is. Hakuri, keep coming this way. And he's got the Cloud Gouger. I'm wondering, is the end of the Cloud Gouger getting smaller and smaller each time that he uses the ability? Please use the other ones besides just May also. He already made it through the entrance. He's amazing. Why are you running from me? And he runs around the corner after, and three niggas getting sliced up by Chihiro around the corner. Chihiro, what is this? Something coming out of the ground? Oh my God, it's the trees. Oh, it's the trees. You came to see me, right? Oh, I forgot that he's using the trees. I thought it was somebody else, my bad. Hey, you came to see me, right? No, huh? What happened? A wall of trees? Did that sorcerer do it just now? Chihiro seemed to be having a tough battle. Now what? We didn't plan on this. If it doesn't look like you can meet up with Chihiro, head back. I'll handle the rest. Turn back? But if I do, there's no point in me being here. It'll be 4-on-1. But do I buy time getting beat up until Chihiro gets here? But the enemy is tougher than he expected. It's going to be a long battle. Let me see who this enemy is real quick. I'm sorry, I'm going back up. Because I'm like, hold up. I remember somebody using trees. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. I think that's on purpose. But that's cool that he's going to have... I like that everything kind of got messed up right here. It was going too smoothly. What happened? A wall of trees? Oh yeah, did the sorcerer do that? Said all this. There'll be no point. It'll be 4-on-1. Do I buy time getting beat up until Shiro gets here? But the enemy is tougher than he expected. It's gonna be a long battle. I know that either way, they won't blame me. Someone told you to say that, right? It was them, right? I'll kill them all, okay? This is crazy, bro. They would still care about even a worthless loser like me because they're nice. Are you really good with that? Just because someone's nice, you don't take advantage of them? Dumbass. And he's pushing his head into the freaking tree wall. If I really want to be useful, let me go. You jerk. Jerk? Take it on. Take it on. That's crazy. I'll defeat you. I'll defeat you here. I'm here to defeat you. Oh my god, I can't freaking speak right now. I'm sorry. And so 32 seconds later, but seeing him with his power coming up and doing the hand signs is looking kind of cool. It's looking kind of cool. I'm ready to see him glow up real quick. And so Chiro's looking down the hallway and his 4 guys. Hakuri, keep coming this way. A few got through. May. And May's slicing and dicing through these fools. But there's one person, I like when they show one person's perspective and then the next one a couple chapters or pages later. Very cool. But one guy is not having none of that, and he blocks it. And the cloud gouger goes flying in the sky. It's also really, really cool seeing the lightning just coming off of Chihiro. And Chihiro still has one of the blades in his mouth. And it's the short sword that went into the air. And he caught it and sliced him. Is that what happened? Oh my god. So the cloud gouger isn't as powerful now that it's broken. He said I eat those. And the tree starts going down. Yes, I knew it. I knew it was this guy. The freaking guy with the hat. Haku. And he looks, and he's still got the lightning coming off him. He got the tattoo on his hand. Oh my god, that's where I'm ending. Bro. Kagurabashi's too good, yo. I'm really enjoying this. I think that this is going to be Chihiro's, maybe not his toughest challenge. It might be his toughest challenge yet. Because this guy seems like he's no BS. Look at Chihiro's face. Oh my god. This story is amazing. I'm loving it. I can't wait to read the next batch of chapters. Why do I stop at 5? Anyway, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm going to do a lot more streams and talk more about this story. I can't wait to get caught up. It's going to be so fun. Thank you, and goodbye. Check out some of my other stuff as well.